So let's talk about the movie I just watched, which is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Now, the reason this was pretty enjoyable for me is because I had no idea what these characters played into. All I was aware that these characters existed, mainly He-Man and Skeletor. Like, I've seen so many memes over, literally the last decade that I've been on the internet about he-Man and Skeletor, but I had no idea what the story was. So I went in with a very blank mind. I was just hoping to enjoy, and that I definitely did. First of all, let's talk about the visuals in here. They are just superb, they are great. Like, this is probably one of the heaviest CGI used movies. Like, after Avatar, I think this might be just up there with the amount of CGI that is used in here. And this is literally Avengers level of usage of CGI, not of course the quality. Sure, the quality is good, but it at times it could have been better, but it is still pretty solid. It is still great. It takes you into this fantasy world and it gives you that fantasy CGI. It gives you that sense of this is real, but this is yet very fantastical. This is magical. We are in some other realm. We are on some other planet where all these things are happening. So in that sense, the CGI was awesome. It was brilliant. I loved it, especially like being and feeling home with such characters that are kind of unique and that are kind of not real, that are not just flesh and bones. They are literally just bones and they are just such horrid creatures sometimes. But and so yeah, the visuals were fantastic. Then the camera movement, there were like certain fight scenes, especially the one in the start and the one in the end. Like the start one was with Idris Elba, his character, I'm forgetting the name, I guess Duncan. He was fighting this hook guy. And the last scene, like the last battle with He-Man and Skeletor, like the camera work in that is just amazing. And still the camera work all throughout. Like there's this one particular shot in the starting sequence where Duncan is fighting this bad guy, and like the entire thing, the way the camera moves from here and there and from between the fights, and it's just awesome. Like these are the things that I noticed as a viewer, which I loved absolutely. Like this is a movie which is made with immense love, and you can see it. Like you can see that this is not just something that they wanted to, just build up something on nostalgia. No, this was genuine work put into it. This was genuine care put into it. I mean, sure, sometimes the script and the lines got cheesier a little bit, but the jokes were fine. They were all right. There are too much sexual jokes. Of that kind, but it was fun. They were played very nice into the characters and the narrative. Then let's talk about the main character, He-Man, Adam. So first we are introduced to him as a child, as he's in Eternia, and then he gets transferred to Earth. And the life that he lives there, people do not believe him. But then again, he comes back to Eternia to save his homeland. I mean, this is like a classic, hero story where hero is in, his exile. He returns, he saves his home world. I mean, that's pretty classic. Everybody is kind of familiar with that genre of storytelling. But again, with the band of characters with He-Man, the way they aid him, the way they help him to become his true self. And again, his true search for his own purpose is very important, because all of this time Adam doesn't forget what his true purpose is. There, it is still lingering at the back of his mind what he has to do. He has to get his sword, he has to get his true self, and then return back to Eternia and fulfill his purpose, save everyone, save his father, save his kingdom. And that is kind of the main purpose of this. It is not about, you know, being a hero at the end. It's about your true calling, your true purpose, which will make you a hero inherently. It's like if you answer your calling, if you truly and truly seek out and walk after your purpose. That is what that I believe that beautiful line was. I guess that one guy in the gym told to Adam that if you have to get your back, the front is the facade. You have to be behind yourself, and that is actually what the purpose is. That is what you have to put your faith in, and this is what Adam's character beautifully portrays. In the end, even when his sword is broken, the power is within him. The sword is just an enabler to that source. The real power comes from himself because he is it. There is no distinction between him and the power. At first, there is a distinction. For Skeletor, there is a distinction. For Skeletor, all of it is about power. He wants it. He wants to rule over. He wants to bring his tyranny. But when you embody that power, when you are the power, when you and the power are one, it emerges from you. It comes out of you once again as you came out of the power. And that is beautifully explored in here, that's beautifully shown in here. Now let's talk about Skeletor, one of the most brilliant performances that I was like so much enjoying that performance. Jared Leto literally did a great job, like amazing, amazing. I absolutely love Skeletor, especially what I've seen, because now again I haven't watched like the animated series that came out, so I don't know what these characters are actually like. This is my first introduction to them, to Adam, to Tila, to Duncan, to all of these characters, to Skeletor. But I just loved Skeletor, like such a good character, and the way his portrayal is sort of maniacal but still kind of whimsical. He's still doing it for fun. So yeah, even after wanting to bring this tyranny and his evil rule and all of that, there's still a sense of play into it, but he still shows us that he's still on the very much side of evil. He is still the enforcer of doom. He's still bringing these bad things into the world. So yeah, that dynamic was great. I loved it. Like, I really loved his character. I absolutely enjoyed it so much. It was just amazing. One hell of a performance, man. Amazing. And then the other characters, all those other heroes of Eternia, they were nice. The jokes that were made through them, Fisto, we have that Ram Man, all of this, that Techanek, all of that, or Nekatek, whatever that next guy name was, like all of those were fun. It was nice. So in this movie, I didn't feel like He-Man was the main character. It felt like all the people in here enabled He-Man to be the main character, and that is what many of these stories are for. But still, I would want a more kind of a grounded performance from He-Man. Like, the actor did a great job. I haven't seen him before in anything, so I don't know if he's new, if he's I don't know if he has played any other roles that are good or what, all of that. But yeah, He-Man as a character, as like the actor that is acted in here, it felt good. It felt, but it still felt like a very classic Hollywood trope. Oh, this person is so fun and so whimsical, but still they're strong and they're still wimpy kind of as well. And it kind of felt like a very generic character nature. And I think and I hope they can do something different with him, in sense of not just being like this, ha ha ha, this is such a fun guy and he does something whimsical, and but he still can save the day and all of that. I mean, I understand this is a very classical kind of superhero of sorts, but there is something that you can bring to the nature of this character that is different, and not just this particular thing plastered onto it. So I believe there is something you can improve there, but other than that, I loved it. I understand the end scene. Like, there was like this woman, I guess she is He-Man's sister, if I'm not wrong, because there was something connection, because his He-Man's mother was talking about like someone didn't come back as well. So I guess she's his sister, and maybe she's not the good guy still. Like, she has turned to evil, perhaps. I don't know, but that is what that seems to be. I'll be super, super interested to check the part 2 out whenever they release, whenever they're in production. I'll be definitely checking out part 2. And I mean, Skeletor is pretty much dead in here. I don't think he will resurrect maybe anytime soon. I mean, of course, they will not resurrect him in the next film. Maybe down the line, maybe after, maybe in the third film they can do it. So yeah, I loved the film. It was awesome. You can check it out for yourself. A very fun film. You will enjoy it definitely. So go check it out. Sub to the channel. That's it. I'll see you in the next.